Hey y'all, and welcome to Politibrawl. My name is Brian, and Senator Kennedy does not take any prisoners here. He lets Mayorkas absolutely have it because I think that the entirety of Congress, even some Democrats, have gotten to the point where they're saying enough is enough. And the best line I think I've ever heard Senator Kennedy have is in this episode. Don't miss it. Let's go.
The UK has a safe third country policy, doesn't it?
Senator, the UK is underway in addressing its immigration challenges.
Spain has a safe third country policy, doesn't it?
Senator, if you know the answer to the question, I'm not sure why you're posing it to me.
Greece has a safe third country policy, doesn't it? Because I want to know if you know. You don't even know how many people are coming into our country.
That is not
Greece
true.
has a safe third country policy, doesn't it?
Senator, I disagree with the statement that you...
I understand, but does Greece have a safe third country policy?
I do not know if it does.
Canada, the EU, Turkey, Norway, they all have safe third country policies, don't they?
It's interesting you cite Canada because I negotiated the safe third country agreement.
And the first thing that President Biden did, and you did when you took office, was abolish our safe third country policies. Now, in 2023, this is Senator Hovind's chart. What percentage of the illegal immigrants who came across the southern border were not from Mexico? Do you know?
Senator, I know that third country nationals has been on the increase, the number of encounters.
What percentage?
I can certainly.
You don't know, do you?
I can certainly.
It's 71%, okay, are not people who are not from Mexico. So if we had a safe third country policy, that means that 71% of the 8.4 million people that if you have allowed to come into our country illegally, let me be conservative and use 6.6 million because the 8.4 includes gotaways. 71% of the 6.6 million people that you have allowed into our country illegally would not be hurt in any way. They could claim asylum from political or religious or racial persecution, but they would have to do it in another country, more than likely Mexico. Is that not the case?
Senator, that is an incomplete and inaccurate accounting of the safe third country.
And did you not say when we last spoke, and I proposed that, you thought it was a bad policy?
Senator, let me share with you a prerequisite to a safe third country agreement, and that is...
No, I'm almost out of time, and I'm not going to let you filibuster, Mr. Secretary.
Well, Senator, I have to say that 60 minutes...
Well, I'm just not going to let you do it.
Senator Kennedy, if he can respond, you're out of time, but I'd like to...
It's my time, Madam Chair, and I'm going to use it the way I want.
Your time is expired.
Well, you let others go on. Here's what I think, Mr. Secretary. I think you're a smart guy. Now, there are only one or two things going on here. Either you're not qualified to manage a Costco food court, or you believe in open borders. I think it's the latter.
Senator Kennedy, your time has expired.
Y'all, Costco food courts are super efficient, which means that Mayorkas is definitely not qualified to run a Costco food court. But he's 2 for 2 on this because Mayorkas does believe in open borders. Now, there's a whole myriad of reasons why he actually believes this. I don't think it's because he's a totally dyed-in-the-wool, let everyone come over. I think he's a doomer. I think he's someone that has looked into the abyss and blinked because he sees the problem as an issue that Mexico cannot get a hold of. He understands effectively that the bureaucracy that we have right now with the bureaucracy of Mexico would not work together properly because the bureaucracy of Mexico is loco, for lack of a better word. The bureaucracy is pretty much the cartels at this point. They need El Salvador. They don't need their current president. Good grief. And so Mayorkas is the perfect pick for Joe Biden because Biden's team and Jill are telling him, whispering in his ear, import the third world. Do it. We need more. And again, there's a whole bunch of reasons for that. We're facing a population collapse. It's the reason that Social Security and Medicare spending are out of control. Hey y'all, This is a shout out to my friends over at Colonial Metals Group, where CEO Paul Stone and his expert associates fully understand the gravity of our current situation and want to protect your wealth backed by gold, silver, and other precious metals. Folks, we are in an era of record inflation. We have a Congress that won't stop spending and a president who doesn't even know what planet he's on. That's how bad the situation is, and that's why I'm partnering with Colonial Metals Group. And if you have a first-time account with these fine upstanding people, you will receive up to $7,500 worth of silver, a nice old safe to keep all the good stuff in. You will get Roth IRA accounts for free backed by gold and silver, and insurance and warranty on these items for 5 years, all for free. So call the number below or check out the link in the description and let CEO Paul Stone and his expert team help you now, because your wealth might evaporate before your very eyes. Protect your wealth, protect your family, protect your future with Colonial Metals Group today. Now, back to regularly scheduled programming. The boomers didn't have enough kids. We can't really replace the system, and we owe this money to the boomers. We have a huge debt to pay. We have to pay our Social Security and Medicare funds, so we need to get as many people into the system to become taxpayers, except the Democrats then fumble the ball every single time. And instead of saying, hey, this is a great way, this is how you become an American, this is how you speak English, this is how you become an American citizen down the line, instead they import them and put them up in hotels with your tax dollars. It's an absolutely asinine policy, and it's just destroying the Democrats at the ballot box right now, or at least we're seeing it in the polls. However, the weird thing is, it's no longer the number one issue. It's the number two issue. It used to be the number one. Now people are looking at Joe Biden, who was just filmed at a D-Day memorial service. It's today, as of filming, was the 80th anniversary of D-Day. Joe Biden showed up, barely shook the French president's hand, and then immediately had a spell where he almost collapsed. This man is not fit to be president. Quite literally, I mean that in a physical sense. And yet we're out here having a doomer run the Department of Homeland Security. We have people that are basically been sycophants for Joe Biden and his ilk, run other parts of our government. We deserve something better. We deserve a solution, and Senator Kennedy is providing a solution right here. Why not have a third country policy? Now, Mayorkas, again, I gave you the reasons why he doesn't actually believe that. They're actual logical reasons, but he can't get up there in front of a camera and tell you about it. Mainly because if he does, there goes his job. There goes his credibility. It doesn't matter what he believes. What matters is the fact that he doesn't do what is necessary. He has the tools, he has the capabilities, and he refuses. That's what Senator Kennedy is really calling out here. And Mayorkas is getting all defensive about it because he knows that he's between a rock and a hard place. But he refuses to do what is necessary. This is what a doomer looks like. And it's just a sickening thing to see. Folks, my name is Brian. Hope you enjoyed this segment here on Political. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Catch you on the next one. And until then, y'all have a good one.